Hey guys, what's up? So here are some Guernsey designs that I've come up with over the last little while. No real theme for this one, just a couple of my recent designs. Starting off with a white clash jumper for Adelaide. I've really liked Adelaide's new jumpers this year. The kind of consistent theme they've got across all of their Guernseys have looked really good, the gold one and the red one. But I think there was a clash earlier this year where Adelaide played Hawthorn down in Tassie, and it really did prove that even if just for that matchup, the Crows probably need a white clash jumper. It gives them 4 different Guernsey designs, but at the end of the day, I think they probably still need a white one. We've also got this new set of Guernseys for Gold Coast. It's been an ongoing thing trying to redesign Gold Coast jumpers, give them something that actually looks good, unlike their current jumpers. And this one is kind of an expansion on one of the designs I did previously. We've got this red one for the home jumper and then the blue clash jumper. Previously, I haven't been a huge fan of Gold Coast wearing blue as a clash jumper just because I feel their identity is red and gold, but I'm starting to warm to the idea of them having blue in their jumpers, and I think for this one it looks particularly good. Next up is Port Adelaide. I think it's a pretty popular design, that's why a lot of people are kind of suggesting it. It's kind of like an amalgamation of their premiership winning jumper in 2004 and the Prism Bar design. It not only manages to keep the classic Prism Bar look alive and strong, but it also includes a bit of the Port Adelaide heritage in the AFL. For the Clash version of that, you've got a mostly grey jumper. This is really the one that works the best. I tried a number of different variations on this and nothing really quite looked great, so this is probably the best one, similar to what they currently wear as their clash jumper, a grey kind of variant. For St Kilda, and this is kind of a return to the iconic, or somewhat iconic, cross jumper I guess you'd call it, from the 90s. For this one I've gone for a black version of that as their home jumper, and then a red one as kind of like an away version, and then maybe a white clash if you'd need those three. I mean, the black and the red might work together well, but just to have a white variant I think is smart. Then we've got this gold clash jumper for Brisbane, kind of Brisbane Bears inspired. They did have a jumper that looked almost identical to this a couple of seasons ago. It had like white side panels as well, which didn't look great, but for this one we've gone for just all gold and brown in the Brisbane Bears colours. I think this gold clash jumper would work well. It would make a nice kind of 3-piece set with Lions home jumper, the Fitzroy away jumper, and then having a Brisbane Bears inspired clash jumper. If they did need a white clash jumper on the odd occasion, you could just make a white alternative of this, replace the gold with white. Up next is a GWS jumper. I did a video on this a while back when GWS unveiled their new jumpers for this season. It's basically the home jumper that they originally had with some slight adjustments made, and then the big change to that being instead of having an orange back of the jumper, you have that as black. The mostly orange back of the jumper really doesn't work and is a bit of a nightmare for clashes. So realistically, I think it'd be in their best interest and in everyone's best interest if they made the back of the jumper black and go back to the design they had, which I thought was pretty unique and pretty eye-catching. We've also got some variants of this one, an away or clash jumper that's mostly orange. It's kind of switched the orange and the black around, and then to go along with that we've got the black jumper, the one they're calling the Never Surrender Guernsey, that they wear against the Swans. So this is basically the same kind of design. We've just filled in the G with orange rather than having it just be an outline, and we've kind of aligned it so the home clash and this black jumper are all kind of the same design, just altered in colours. And then we've got this Essendon clash jumper. Now, earlier this season, Brisbane and Essendon played at the Gabba, so it was a Brisbane home game. I kind of felt like Essendon's black jumper with Brisbane's kind of maroon jumper did still kind of clash just a little bit. Now, obviously Essendon have their red clash jumper, which also wouldn't work in this case because red and maroon would clash a little bit as well. So for something a little bit different, I've gone with this. I think there's enough black in this to make it look like an Essendon jumper. If you have a white Guernsey with a red sash, you know, too much like South Melbourne. So I think this still looks like an Essendon jumper, and you look at it and it's clearly Essendon. It's a predominantly white kit that would eliminate any clash. Those are some of my designs I've been working on recently, guys. If you'd like to see more of these kind of videos where I just kind of put a bunch of designs in together, no real theme or anything, then let me know in the comments below. As always, subscribe if you haven't, like the video, and until next time, I guess we'll see you guys later.